What's going on, everybody? And thanks for tuning back in to another episode of Florida Prison Talk. And for this one right here, we back where it all started at, in the Florida Department of Corrections. Introduce yourself, bro.
Castro from the ad, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And where you from, Kastro?
I'm originally from Miami, 305, baby, South Miami area.
All right. How much time did you spend in the Florida Department of Corrections?
I got sentenced. They gave me 18 years split sentence. So I did 8 in. I still got 10 out here. So I did, with the game time and everything, about 6 years, 10 months.
Okay. Wow. Let me back up a little bit. What led you to the Florida Department of Corrections? What crime?
Well, I had a couple of charges, but what they ended up sticking me with and convicted me on was 2 sales and a possession with intent to sell, Schedule 2 narcotic, oxycodone.
Okay. And how old you was when you caught that charge?
I was 24, but I was like 20 days shy of being 25.
Okay. And you had been doing you had been in the street for years, like when you were young too?
Well, yeah. It wasn't nothing new, but it was my first like prison bid. But I had been done years in the county for, this and that. It'd be like 2 consecutive 364s, this, that, 6 months here and there. It was always, I grew up in and out of the system shit.
Okay. And how about your parents, your mother and father? They was in the household?
My dad died when I was 2. And Mom, she was there, but she used to work, like she used to be a bartender. So at night, let's say I think it was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I would go to my aunts, my grandmother and my aunt, my uncle's house. I stay half the week with them. The half of the week I'll be with her. You know what I mean? Like that, so we go back and forth. Cause just like that, I guess she ain't want to have no other people babysitting me. Just better keeping the family. You know what I mean?
That's how I am with my kids. Got you. Okay. Well, let's enter the Florida Department of Corrections. So you get your sentence. What's the first facility you go to?
I had to go through Lake Butler for the reception, but my first main institution was Franklin.
Let's back up to Lake Butler. Are the COs putting their hands on people at Lake Butler like everybody say they are?
Oh yeah, bro, yeah, hell yeah. And the thing is, like, they disrespectful with it, bro. I done seen them snap on special needs people. You know what I mean? They come in and have crazy, like, slow, whatever. They be snapping on them, beating the shit out of them. I remember one time we was in line to go to child, and Buddy was in a wheelchair. And one of the officers, I think she was a sergeant, one of the officers was a dude, and he was telling, like, get everybody get out the way. When she come behind him, she get to screaming, fuck him, push him out the way. Like, throw him if you don't want to move. Like, God damn. Yeah, it's bad over there.
Yeah. And so from Lake Butler, you go to Franklin.
Yeah, that was my main institution when I first.
Okay. Are you with any kind of organization?
I mean, I grew up with it. I'm from a neighborhood, but like as far like when I got up here, I was just really I moved from Miami up here. I started hustling and shit, so I was just kind of doing my own thing already by then. I get in and I get down with people, but you're not my neighborhood and shit. So we get as far as that is concerned and shit like that. I'm a vibe, and we go in if it's righteous and I vote you. But other than that, I mean, I'm straight with everybody, bro. Hustle, I get money, bro. That's what I like to do. That's my little thing.
That's what's up. Okay, so you have Franklin. What kind of things is going on at Franklin? Is drugs on the compound, or the gangs is on the compound? What's going on there?
Yeah, most definitely. That's all of that. There was I remember when I got there, it was kind of weird because Franklin, they was like only main institution that they had two dorms that they were going outside the gate. You know what I mean? Normally you got the work camps and shit like that, but they would Franklin, they were working on their own work camp. So they had got one loaned at the time from Gulf. They had the old forestry camp. It was Apalachee CI. So you got sent to the work camp, you go. So you have people in the work camp going out working, and you have people in the main unit. So yeah, there was definitely dope and shit on the compound. And of course, any main institution, I heard supposedly level Franklin's like a level 7. It's like for that gangs and high security individuals and shit like that. So yeah, I remember one of the first people I got off on, I met off the bus, you know what I'm saying, I'm Spanish, so you know, we all stay together and this shit. But one of my dogs, is an MS-13, homeboy
Mm.
Lucho. Shout out to him. I heard he just came home and shit.
So what at Franklin, which organization had the most numbers?
Dang, you know, it's kind of hard to tell, like, cause different times, you know, different things happen on the pound. So, you know, you might get a bus and, you know, you got a couple of dudes come in and they part of something and now the numbers turn, they back the bus up on dudes. That's how I ended up, I mean, when I ended up, you know, leaving, that's how I left Franklin. They backed the bus up on like 14 people. I was one of them and everything like that. But so, you know, at different times, I mean, I remember the main unit, there was a lot of bloods, there was a lot of kings, a lot of folks. There was pretty much everything. It can't, you know,
Okay.
pretty much can't say anybody one had one side more than the other.
Okay. And what you mean by they backed the bus up and took 14 and you was one of them? What that mean, back the bus up?
Well, normally, like when you back the bus up, normally that's when they hit you with they just trying to get people out the compound. So normally they give you like it's transfers, but it's negative transfers. Or they can go ahead and they can try you and they say it's a population adjustment and they got to just transfer you. So what they did is they basically took 14 of us and 13 of us got population adjustment transfers. And one of us got a negative adjustment transfer. And the same one that got the negative adjustment transfer ended up in the same camp. We all ended up in ACI together.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, when they back the bus us, it's backing them up, getting people off the compound pretty much. You know what I mean?
Got you. And when you was at Franklin, how long did it take before trouble found you?
Shit, not long at all. Yo, listen, I remember, I think it was like a week I ended up in the dorm and it's like, yo, it's 9 Hispanic dudes, man, from Miami and shit. So it's all love. It's a bunch of us in there. So we hanging out. I remember one time, then like 3 days in there, we almost get caught smoking a cigarette and shit. Officer tried to pump fake on us to say he gonna lock us up and this and that. I had to come over. I'm like, listen, man, I just got off the streets. I'm used to officers lying. He told me I could tell you the truth. I thought you just gonna book me anyway. So you know, I did what I thought was right. So for that, he let me slide. But then I remember, I'm trying to think, because Franklin, that was the time I did the most confinement. I think I did like 9 months out of that. I think I was like did 2.5 years or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah, okay. I kept getting, because Franklin, that shit there, it's only like 4 families, 5 families of officers. You got like your uncle, your cousin, your fucking, you know what I'm saying, your nephew, they all work together. So if you get a problem with one of them, and then you at the work camp, I come out to the main unit and your fucking uncle, he's the sergeant over confinement. So now he's starving me, he's doing shit. I get back on the pound, your nephew out here fucking with me, flipping my shit. You know what I mean? So I mean, like I said, I was always a hustler. So mostly what they called me for, I kept going in for dope. You know what I mean? I kept getting caught with like, you know, selling dope and shit would be like that. People checking in.
Okay.
Like that, you know what I mean?
Okay, like so the Tunchi was big on the compound K2?
Yeah, always. That shit and the Suboxones, because they piss test, but you can't piss test for that. They got one, but I think like now they changed the shit so much. Like people that say this shit's K2, but motherfuckers that take some incense or potpourri and they'll spray goddamn oven cleaner on that bitch, let that shit dry, sell it to you. I mean, get you high, get you high.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you spent a lot of time in confinement and getting caught with drugs. So how are you getting caught? Are people dropping notes on you? Is that how usually people get caught?
Yeah, like I mean, one time I remember specifically, like, I kept going to the work camp. They kept pushing me to work camp. So I would go to the work camp and I get caught for some bullshit and I end up back. Like I remember I did 30 days. I forgot for what. I think it was Buddy checked in on some. He bought some dope from me. He bought some dope from my homeboy from the son named Cheese. Shout out to Cheese. And I think some bloods they put down on him. Right? So they got him for the sack, or maybe he was just trying to get the sack, not paying. He ends up checking in. They come and they said, me, Cheese, another dude named Suge, that he was just throwing motherfuckers to the door off a 15-year bid. They sent us all to confinement on the investigation. So I do 30 days there. I get out. I get in a dorm. I link up with some other dudes from Miami. And there's one dude named Columbia. He had to pound on a lot when it came to K2. Girls coming with her doing the thing. So I ended up getting a half ounce 2 days later. Well, we in the dorm hanging out, and I'm showing love to, like, you know, all the chicos and shit. We smoke. I got food and this and that. Well, there's 2 that, you know, they do their own thing and shit. So, you know, I just, all right, whatever, you do your own thing, I do my things. They was doing this shit. Well, one night we get flipped, you know what I mean? And I had a couple of I had like about a half on, but I think I had like a quarter left, you know what I mean? So I had them stuffed in the DO tops. You can take the little plastic out of the DO top. I had them stuffed in the DO top. Well,
Okay.
we don't know it, but you know, I guess they dropped one of them dudes dropped a dime on me. I found out later after I got out of confinement, he ended the EOS in 2 hours in there. Shit crazy. But so the police come in, they all deep and shit. Now, my homeboy that I was rocking with Flacco and my other homeboy Columbia, they were back there in the corner. So we used to post in the corner as we would smoke cigarettes, chill, hang out and shit. They come, they put everybody on their rack, and they tell us, look, if y'all just chill, be quiet, mind y'all business, we're gonna flip the back wall and we're gonna leave. Cool. They hit my homeboy Flacco, like 3-4 different officers trying to find some shit. So now I know what's up. They hit my little homeboy Columbia, nothing. So now officer playing it off like he just now, like you know, like he walking up and just like randomly pick me. But he like you. Yeah. So now he start going through my shit. One of the officers, he look at the DO top, right? And first he found a bunch of gloves. I was in the kitchen dorm. Two, like, you know, aim on one side, two side, they both working in the kitchen. Thing was like D dorm. So he found a bunch of gloves. He asked me what the fuck I'm doing with the gloves. I said, man, look, I'm in the jail, I'm getting money on the car. I hustle up a bag of coffee and I put little individual fingers and I sell coffee bombs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he like, all right, sound good, whatever. He keep going through the shit. He find the deal top, right? He look at it and he sees like, what is that? Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. He's like, man, open this shit. Like, get it out from him. I'm like, bro, I can't. I don't know what that is. He's like, where'd you get it? I like, bro, I bought it off the pound. He's like, what you mean? I was like, bro, I told you I'm indigent. I sell these bombs, these fingers of coffee for a speech. I go out there with like $3, $4 with the suits, and I find a motherfucker selling some deal. That's how I make it. He's like, all right, that's cool. He keeps searching my shit. He find the other deal with the same shit. He's like, nah, it gotta be some, bro, because there's two of them. I'm like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. He give it to Sarge. Sarge finally get the shit out. They take me in. They start motherfucking stripping me, see if I got anything else, cuff me up. And then what's funny is one of the dudes there, he asked Buddy, and he was solid, bro. He was a 13 also. Officer asked him to hold the mat up so they could run the wand over. And he tell Buddy, hell no, that's y'all job. Y'all can do what the fuck y'all gotta do. They ended up locking his ass up too. He came with
Dang.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So how much time you got for that in the box?
For the dope, they gave me a 60. So I got out 30 days. From doing 30 days, I was out for 12 days. I went back after another 60.
And when you was in the box, you had a bunkie?
Sometimes I think the one before that, when they set us up, I rode with Cheese like the whole time. They moved us for like 3 different cells. I ended up with him like the whole time. So that shit was straight. The other time, I think I was alone for a lot of it. But then I ended up, I would have bunkies here and there.
Okay. And how about you say you was hustling, so I'm pretty sure you had the bag. But even with that being said, how important to you was the letters and support from your family? Did you have that?
I mean, it definitely helped. You know what I mean? You feel it and shit. Like I had my mom, I had like my aunt, my uncle, my cousin. I had one of my homeboys I grew up with. Another one that I met up here where I stay at now. That he moved down around the same time I moved up. So we clicked. Every couple of months I get letters. You know, my daughter, she was coming with my mom. But like when I was in Franklin, it was kind of hard for visits because that shit is so far away. You know what I mean? It's not worth it for my people. Plus, when I got caught with the dope, so I lost visits.
Got you.
Losing for like 6 months.
Okay. So when you leave Franklin, where do you go after that?
From there, I gotta go. They send me back to Lake Bud. No, online. They send me to Washington. Because Washington is another reception center, but it's for like up north and shit. Okay. And from there, they take us to ACI.
Okay, ACI.
I got off at ACI.
How was ACI? Let's speak about ACI. What's going on at ACI when you was there? What year were you there?
I think around 2014. 2014. Okay. Yeah. That was a live camp, yo. That shit, I don't remember the what the warden name was, man, but I remember we got up off the bus and shit like that. He told us straight up, he lined us up on the bus and he had him in his little office and she's like, welcome to hell. If you're gonna check in, go on, check in now, we'll let you check in later.
Damn.
So I come from Franklin, so you know, I was like Franklin, like one of the newer camps. So with the newer camps, they got the Center Tower in the middle, and everything's got quads. So when you go, you got a black top that you walk between quads. And every quad got its own, like you got to go through the chain link fence when you get to the center tower. Then you go into the quad fence, and every quad got its own yard. It got its own canteen, its own barbershop. You got 2 dorms in every quad. So you got like C1 and C2 and D1, D2. You know what I mean? So when you see that, all the barbed wire and all the fucking fences and shit, you don't see no trees. It looks crazy. But and you get the ACI, and I don't know the hills, and I didn't even know fucking Florida had hills.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that shit was
okay.
Was to be.
So are you getting a bag at ACI also?
When I got there, I ended up in the dorm with one of my homeboys from Miami. You know what I'm saying? So he was already established that he was doing his thing. Now, I'm not going to say we had the bag like that. That shit was kind of hard at the time at the main unit to get anything. It was there, but it was like more like you had to get it through the Vizzos, or you had to have somebody that you fought with at the work camp that was able to fucking send that shit through somehow to get back to the main unit through laundry, some crazy shit. It was kind of hard. But what was in there, I had a couple of cigarettes. And at the time, cigarettes, them shits was like $12 a Cadillac. And you clip them, and like, I don't know, you seen the cigarette, the little band between the tobacco part and the filter? Well, basically, that's what them boys was cutting them shits down to. And that was a cigarette. This shit was saying $2. You could cut 12 pieces out of Cadillac, make $24 on them. So I got like 4.
That's crazy.
I got 4 when I got there. My homeboy got it. He was, like I said, he was good on the pound. His face was good on the pound. So we did that. We ate good for a little bit. They ended up shipping me to the work camp over there. You know what I mean?
And check this out. You Latino, Cuban. So I keep hearing that no matter what state it is, that the Spanish people stick together. When a Spanish person comes in the dorm, those other Spanish guys are gonna look out for them. Is that how it works?
Yeah, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? But it's like that'll happen. But then, you know, sometimes with certain individuals, like gangs still play, like they color shit still playing shit. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm with a neighborhood and shit, but I fuck with all like I'm Hispanic, bro. That's what you know what I mean?
So what you mean by you keep saying you with the neighborhood? What does that mean?
Well, we grew up, like I say, we gang banging shit where I come from. I'm from Avenue shit. You know, we know the gangs and shit where I come from and shit like that. So, you know, I'm with sides and shit. I grew up with sides and shit like that. But now, like I said, now that I'm older, bro, and now that I've been where I've been with the individuals I've been with, you come to realize, bro, that this shit really just, you know what I'm saying? This shit is more about money than anything. The only thing that makes a difference, the neighborhood you grew up in, the one that I grew up in. You know what I mean? I still ride with a lot of people from up the road. You know what I'm saying? That they got little histories themselves and shit like that and shit like that. I just, like I said, I ain't trying to glorify none of that shit. I make money with this, I fuck with everybody.
Good. All right. Good. I got you. Okay.
But,
so,
like I say, people do, we stick together, Hispanics. But again, it's the individual that you are. You know, so if you come in here and you silent, you quiet, and you know, you a man, bro. If you can rock out and you do what you're supposed to do as your own individual, then you get shown love. But if you go in the big mouth and you hiding behind the fact that you somebody, you know what I mean? That type of shit, you know, just like the same shit out here, bro. It's just it's a little more closer. It's a little, you know, everybody's on edge. Everybody doing years. Everybody fucked up, mad for some reason or another. You know what I mean? People done lost loved ones while they there, so you don't know what individuals going through in that shit.
Got you. And the Spanish people, you know, they generally speaking, they look out for each other. How about when a black inmate comes in? Do the blacks embrace him? Here you go, bro. Here goes some noodles.
I mean, yeah and no. You know what I'm saying? I guess it depends where you from.
Got you.
Like you from around the way, home team and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit play to some individuals more than others. You know what I'm saying? Because some people just fuck where you from. It's what this the gang shit or you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
For the most part, I don't have black individuals, I don't white individuals say like, bro, I wish that we stuck together like Chicos together.
That's a fact. That's why I'm at. That's my whole point of that line of questioning, because everybody keep on saying that. Well, let me just talk about this. And everybody I interview that's been to Florida, I always ask this question because it's just a question that YouTubers have developed. The Florida YouTubers. This is a question I have to ask. How about the white boys in the Florida Department of Corrections? What goes on with them? Are people trying to step down on them constantly? Like, what's happening?
I mean, it's like everybody else, honestly. I mean, they probably get a little more,
Like they get a little more, right? Okay.
Because just the, everything with what it is. You know what I mean? They get a little more because they just seem like sometimes they're weaker. People as the stereotypes, they nerds and they this and that. But I mean, I've been on the pound like ACI, they got them boys, them olderness and shit like that. And them boys really go rocking out. They get down and them boys, like if you was out there in ACI and you was saying you was something and you was a white boy and you wasn't really about the life, or you was just hiding behind that shit for protection, they would get on their ass too. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
you get it with everybody, bro. It's pussies and it's men in every fucking race, color, religion, all that shit. You know what I mean?
That. Okay,
What you
and
are, bro. If you going with your head too high, motherfucker gonna check your body. If you go in there with your head too low, they're gonna check you too. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that. So you did all them years in prison, man. What did you learn as far as a trade while you was in there that you can use while you home now?
Man, honestly, bro, I ain't learned. I didn't get shit from there, like not from them. You know what I mean? Just what I learned is from what I started studying myself. I told myself, I remember, I don't know, it was two dudes having a conversation. I didn't know anything about it and shit, and it kind of made me feel dumb. And I told myself from that day forward, I don't want to be the stupid dude in the conversation no more. So I started studying shit like, I would I go to the library, there'll be Bloomberg business and fucking Fortune 500, whatever little fucking business or stocks and shit I could start learning. That's what I started jumping on. Learning, like, the gangs. I remember Nipsey Hussle, his song say, study rich individual, study rich nigga move like my homework. And, I learned being in the streets, like, yeah, I learned how to be a street individual. I know how to slang dope and I know how to, take my little time on the chin and do whatever it is the street individuals do. But at the end of the day, what's it get you? We here talking about me how I went to prison. Or we over here talking about how these dudes got slumped in the corner. You know what I mean? So I want to be like them Russian dudes that got fucking money off of oil, the Arabs, that they could go two-wheeler fucking $1 million car, crash that bitch and don't even care. Those are the individuals that I'm trying to be like now.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So after doing that much time, man, and you coming home, did they have any programs set in place for you? Like, okay, Kastro, when you get home, here you go, to take this packet and go see Miss Bonnie. She'll put you in job placement. Go see Miss So-and-so. They'll put you for this. Did they have that in line for you?
Nah, I think I got I think it was $50. I think maybe. And that's it. They just told me good luck. They got the little thing to I think you do get the packet. If you want, it's like different websites, numbers you can call. If you need assistance and shit like that, then they'll tell you how to get your little food stamp card, where you got to go to get your Florida ID. But it's nothing like, oh, call these people and they're gonna give you a house. I don't know. I didn't go. I wasn't too stressed. I just want to get the fuck out. I had my mom and my daughter waiting. I was good.
Got you. And last question before we close this part one. How about your adjustment back to society? Was it easy for you? Did you get right back into adjusting, or did you have some adjusting to do mentally?
It took a long time. People around me, they could attest that, like my mom and my girl and everybody, they could tell you that's like we used to joke in there, you know what I mean? And you'd be like, oh, when I get out, I'm gonna keep wearing the shower slides, I'm gonna do some shit. The big things we clown about, but it's small things. It's small things, the shit that you don't realize. It's just in the back of your head how, like, if I remember when I was standing in line and Buddy was just too close in the line, I kind of nudged him, kind of look back, like, just and being confrontational and just, it's little things like that. Like I didn't know, I had my daughter, she was born after I caught my case. So when I got out, she was 6 already. And that was the first time like I held her as a free person when I got out of prison. So dealing with her and like sometimes when she'll have her little moments and me snapping on her and shit like that, it was hard for me to decipher different, like, you know what I'm saying? I was just so used to being on edge all the time. It's how you become. It's just a part of life like that. Nobody here for a reason. Somebody trying to get over for something. That's how it is in them, man. It could be the dumbest shit in the world. It'd be a bite of your goddamn Snicker bar. And somebody out trying to finesse you.
Do you think that the box time did anything to you mentally? Did the box ever break you down while you was in there?
I mean, maybe. I guess, but not like bad. Like no crying, I can't take it and shit like that. Not like that, because I mean, at the end of the day, you do got people on the doors. You know what I mean? You're not never alone in that sense. I'm in the room by myself. I'm not supposed to be talking, but you got 20 other dudes. You know what I mean? There's a whole wing of these motherfuckers here. So this
Right.
guy's gonna be talking to buddy next to him on the door, and somebody's gonna be by the door, and they're gonna see the police slide in, and they're gonna scream at one time. You're gonna fall back. People shooting kites, and you know what I'm saying, doing the whole fishing thing. And there's ways to keep your mind strong. You just, like I say, it's what you do with your time, it's how you do it.
That's right. And the last question, what's probably the worst thing you seen while you was in prison? As far as violence go, or inmate or cutting or whatever. What's the worst thing you seen?
I mean, I guess that depends though. I done seen a bad cutting when I see boy get his whole eye, like his eyelid was hanging off.
Can you
But
speak on that? That's crazy.
well, it was crazy because we was on the yard, they called the yard, and I guess buddy had they were working in the kitchen together. And they were one of the cooks and shit, so they made like some special like little potatoes, you know, they season them right and shit like that. And I guess it was a dispute. The bigger dude smacked little dude. Little dude don't do nothing about it. So they go back, they get out the kitchen, everyone goes to their own dorms. And I guess his homeboys had got some legit up. Little dude got a little razor and took it out to the yard. And I just remember, buddy, because this is on a lot of that happened actually. We under the pavilion, me and my homie, we're playing dominoes. And the dip ball was right there. So Buddy was standing by the dip ball, and I just remember seeing him. I look down, go to wash the bones, whatever. Look up, and Buddy's walking up, and he's got like 3 cuts. He's got one right here, he's got like one right here, and he's got one running down right here. He got his eyelid hanging. Yeah, he was there like, man. I'm like, damn, I'm telling my homeboy, they're like, man, what you doing? Like, man, just keep playing bones, so don't look like we ain't got nothing to do with it. Well, then they're lining everybody against the fence, and it just so happens I'm on the paint squad. I got a little fucking mark of red paint on my shirt. So they lining everybody up. I got dope. I got a light on me. So me and my homeboy on the floor looking at each other, right? And he get up, he go first. They like lift your shirt up, move around, lift your shit up, look at your hands. He's like, you good. He look at me like, damn, we straight. They're not searching. They just looking to see if you got blood on the shirt. So when I go to show him, looking, he's like, hold on, what's that? I'm like, what the fuck? He sees the one little red dot of paint. That motherfucker cuffed me up, take me to the hole in the cell. I'm like, oh, God damn, they had to do the little blood kit test. Telling the whole time it's blood. Everyone's like, man, they tripping. They thought it was me. Everyone on the pound thinking like, man, damn, Castro, I just see you, cool as fuck. Say what's up. You go, I cut a nigga face like that. But they let me go and everything for that. Went back to the pound. But yeah, that was a pretty bad cut. He did bad. But then I also, when I was at the work camp at ACI, them officers was torturing people, bro.
You serious?
Waterboarding people, electroshocking people. They was taking that one dude, man, that they took a white boy named McDermott. They took the extension cords. And they would have the shits with the exposed or the wire at the ends and have them plugged in and be having cuff and be shocking them. Torturing motherfuckers over there, yo.
That's
like
crazy, man. And this is the thing about it, man. I'm glad you brought that up, that corruption. This is the thing about it. They're doing it in front of other inmates, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's not like they even hiding it.
No, I remember, listen, it's crazy because I get to work camp from ACI. I go to the work camp, the ACI work camp shit. The West Unit, East Unit, West. I can't remember. I think it's East West Unit. My bad. Yeah, that's a work camp. So I get there on my first day. We going to Child. We coming back from dinner. And they got is a captain named Loper, and boy, I never seen man wield so much power in my life. Cause bro, people would be looking out specifically for him on his shift. Like they see him coming out the front building, and somebody will scream, "It's Loper!" And everybody start getting Class A, tucking their shit in, put their IDs on. Just for him to make a left, not even be coming over here. And he had like somebody, an officer working, he used to work front of Confinement. They called him the body snatcher. Because every time he came on the pound out that confinement, the administrative building, he wasn't searching. It's not nothing but he's coming for a body. Somebody's disappearing. Yeah, that's first I got there, man, to the work camp, bro. They got him. They came in, they got a little jit, he was a king. Came in and they told him to cuff up. They put everyone on their bunks. They had him in the day room, they told him to cuff up. And when he go to cuff up, the officer turn around, the body snatcher turn around, gas him in the face.
Damn.
Yeah, take him board.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. They was
damn.
Yeah, API, bro. That shit was, as far as they was concerned, the officers, even inmates, this shit was live. This shit was wild, but them officers in that work camp, bro, that shit was out of control, bro.
So the inmates also was still wilding at the work camp?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Okay.
You had dudes at that work camp that had 40 years and shit like that. All them kids, the dudes that worked in the kitchen, they had a lot of time.
Okay, got
like 10, 15 years, because that work camp, like you had to be real low with small time to go out to like Chattahoochee and work around civilians. Other than that, like people like me with the like minimum, like medium custody and shit, like, they putting you on the farm. So you out there in a big ass field fucking picking vegetables and shit all day.
Okay, being in the dorm, last question. Being in the dorm, is it certain guard, like if you're in the dorm, right, and you moving the tunchi, you moving whatever you moving in the dorm, cigarettes, whatever, are there certain guards you like, hey bro, not tonight, he's on shift. Okay, yeah, tonight he's on shift.
Yeah, for sure. But the thing is that you could, you know what they say, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. So I could be in this dorm for a year. I can know every officer on every shift, who's gonna be on today, what to expect. But you could be here 2 months, but you don't want to listen. You turned up, you done came from with a sack from another camp, whatever it might be. You don't want to listen, so you're gonna try them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Me personally, though, if I don't gotta crash to learn the lesson. I can watch you crash. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? So that kind of kept me moving a little bit. After I hit my head so many times, I started realizing, bro, instead of being fuck the police and this and that, they're humans too. So they come in with good days, they come in with bad days. Some, you know, are not to be fucked with at all. Some, they straight. If you ain't shedding blood or making them do paperwork, you know what I mean? Some don't care. Yeah. It's just you got to learn the ins and outs. And from there, that's how you move accordingly.
Got you. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Kastro, man, it's easy win. Florida Prison Talk. You got anything to say before we end this one?
Man, y'all, everybody, man, y'all watching this, man, y'all just stay safe, man. Stay out this shit. Same for nobody.
That's what's up. Real quick. I don't know. I said sleeping in these dorms and stuff in these cells. Like when you was locked up, were you able to get a good night? Are you always watching your back? Is it always a war zone? Are you always worried what's going on around you?
Sun cancer sometimes, a different thing, because it's crazy. Every dorm, bro, is just like, it's its own microorganism, bro. It's weird how to explain it, but like, you can have one dorm where you got like a gang of wild dudes and then putting down on people and shit like that, and you can feel the tension in that dorm. Like if I were to slide in and go talk to my homeboy or something real quick, you can feel it. You're like, damn, what the fuck? Then there'd be other places where you go and everyone's cool, everyone's got money and shit like that. Money floating around, everyone's laid back. You can feel that vibe too. You know what I mean? I remember ACI though. ACI, I was guaranteed that working, but I wasn't taking out my shoes for nothing. If I got in the shower, I put on the slides. When I got out the shower, I go straight to my bunk, dry my feet, put my socks and shoes on, and everything else get there with. Sleeping in the motherfuckers. That was one of the spots that was like that.
That's a crazy existence, man. Hey, it's easy win. Florida Prison Talk, Kastro. We out of here, man.
Be good, my guy.
Yes, sir.